Take a deep breath. Hold. Sleep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wide awake and feeling amazing.
Hello, welcome to Colorado Springs Hypnosis. My name is Charles, I'm a hypnotist, and of course, this is your place for hypnosis and personal empowerment. Now, in this video today, I wanted to talk about the connection between hypnosis and meditation. So some people have noticed I obviously am a hypnotist and I make hypnosis videos, but I've also been making a lot of videos about meditation as well. And so I figured I'd explain to you kind of the same kinds of things that I explain to my clients, so you can see my stance on it and you can kind of understand why I think both of these practices are so important. So let's start with meditation. Now, meditation is a practice that's been studied for a long time and practiced obviously for a long time, hundreds, perhaps even thousands of years. And basically when we meditate, what we're doing is we're allowing ourselves to sink into this state of mind. And what happens in the long run is it creates a connection between our conscious and our unconscious minds. Now, when people meditate quite a bit, they start to become this thing called mindful. All right. And what mindfulness is when you start to become aware of your own actions and your own feelings. And it's a really interesting thing because it almost sounds like you're disassociated, like you're watching yourself, but at the same time you're watching yourself from yourself. And then once we start to become more mindful of the way that we do things and our own personal needs and our own personal feelings, all of a sudden it becomes easy to decide how we're going to feel and how we're going to react to things and things like that. So that's why when you find people that tend to be very much into yoga or meditation or these mindfulness exercises, they have a tendency to, at least in certain aspects of their life, they tend to be in control of things and they tend to be very happy and content in a lot of aspects of their lives. Now, that's not to say that every person that meditates is happy 24 hours a day, but at the same time, the more we become more mindful, the more we can learn to be happy more often, and then, less happy less often, because instead of indulging in those negative feelings, we start to say, well, okay, I'm feeling this way. Is there something I can do about it? Is there something I need to do to start healing from this? And we can take those steps. Now let's move on to hypnosis. Now with hypnosis, it's a little bit different. We're guiding people through a process. And when we guide people into this process, they get into a state of mind where also that connection is open. And usually we're seeing people for a specific problem like smoking, or they'd like to be a different weight, or they have a certain habit that they do that they want to get rid of, or they have something they don't do that they'd like to do more. So what we're doing is we're, again, tapping into that unconscious mind, but instead of them going into this practice and learning to do this all the time, we're kind of using it one time to open up that mindfulness, help them understand the feelings that they've been going through, and then we create an opportunity for them to feel new feelings and see things from a different light, right? Because really all of our experience that we experience is going through the filter of our emotions, right? Two people can experience the exact same thing. One person will think it's great, one person will think it's horrible. It has everything to do with point of view, right? So one of the things that I often encourage my clients to do is to pick up some sort of meditation practice. I don't care what it is. It could be an Eastern meditation where it's more about going inside, or it can be with these new apps where you listen to guided meditations, or even when you do self-hypnosis or yoga. These things are also getting you into that mindful state where you become aware of your own thoughts and your own feelings and all of this. So yeah, the reason that I constantly encourage people to meditate on YouTube is the same reason that I encourage my clients to do so, is because when you pick up these practices and when you become more mindful, all of a sudden you find yourself needing to seek less professional help for some of these things because you start to become aware of them yourself, right? Because as hypnotists, when we're doing, regression and parts and all these things, all we're doing is getting people to discover these parts of themselves that they're not aware of. And I think even in traditional counseling, a lot of that is the same. The dialogue is geared towards helping people make these discoveries and becoming mindful. Because as soon as you understand a situation, then you finally have the ability to do something about it. So anyways, I hope this talk has been helpful for you, and I hope it's been kind of entertaining at least. So if you did enjoy it, please do like or subscribe. And if you think you know someone else that might enjoy it, feel free to share it with them so they can partake as well. Anyways, until then, or until next time, have a great day, and go be awesome.